This is Spider 2 snag. Not wide banana, the one he likes, but that's Spider 2 snag, and he knows what I'm talking about, but using Anquan Bolden as the fullback. Come on! Football!
All right, Jeremiah Sirles, our guy Alex Boone may or may not be jumping in hot here, but breaking news. In fact, I'm going to give you the breaking news sounder for this even. All right. Yesterday, on the O-Line Committee podcast, we posed the question, should the Chicago Bears start firing people, fire everyone? And less than 24 hours later, Shane Waldron, the offensive coordinator, is the fall guy. There's reports that Bears players went to Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus and asked for a change at coordinator, and that some players were even asking to bench Caleb Williams for Tyson Bagent. So it's a mess offensively in Chicago. By the way, Thomas Brown moved from passing game coordinator to offensive coordinator. He was one and done in Carolina last year, a debacle with Bryce Young. So we're going to roll some of the tape as to why they made this move from this game against the Patriots, but just your thoughts on the breaking news today, Jay.
First of all, the passing game is the problem. And so you elevated the passing game coordinator to offensive coordinator. I don't think this is the magical fix that we all hope it's going to be in Chicago. But if the truth is really that players went and people are asking, then if you listen to the podcast yesterday, if you haven't, go. I talked about how there is something wrong organizationally and why this thing has gone off the rails so quickly.
Yeah.
Right. And that whole piece. So that is maybe why we've seen the frustration from guys like DJ Moore. We've seen the offensive linemen frustrated. Everyone's frustrated. And if this is maybe something that can just alleviate a little bit of that, maybe we'll see some things get back on the right track. But the passing game has been the issue. We've got no answers. The middle of the field has no receivers in it. Like, we're going to look at it here, but the passing game is really the issue. And maybe this is him saying, hey, we're not going to pass it. We're going to lean more on Swift. We're going to lean more on the O-lineman. We're going to run the football. Time will tell.
Well, let's roll some of this, and we may be getting our guy Booney might jump in here. Looks like he's on a phone call right now, so we'll let him do his little thing, and then he can jump in as we go. It's a late fine.
It's a late fine. It's an Emmy. It's a bus thrower. Pick your poison.
So, okay, this is going to be ugly, but hopefully educational Bears fans for what needs to get fixed. We're just going to go through some of the
he got sacked,
plays.
9 times?
Yeah, it's bad.
First of all, pause it right here. There's nowhere to go with the football right now, in my opinion, right? Everyone's covered. It's a 3-man route. They have 5 DBs back there to cover 3. What are we doing? Like, why are we having these deep, long, developing routes with just one answer, who your check down might be Cole Kmet, who's also covered? It's one of those things where if you have a young quarterback, don't put too much on his plate. This is complicated type stuff of trying to push the ball down the field, right? It's a 5-step drop. Your protection's been spotty. There's nothing over there, right? It's just not good. But then you go look at the breakdowns in the protection, and it's even worse. It's even worse.
They also, it seems like they have leadership problems, scheme problems, and I'll say cultural sort of locker room. It doesn't feel like 53 guys that are dying to go to work to hang out together every day, right? And
right.
That's a huge part of. Dude,
I was watching. You compare and contrast this to Detroit.
Yes, 100%.
Right? Down multiple scores. Everyone thinks we can still win it. We're all in it. Not the same. So it's a play action, right? Play action. So what does that mean? That means your O-linemen are jumping guys. They're trying to sell the run. That means the ball's got to come out. The ball's got to come out. Like, watch the left guard and the left tackle here. They go jump these 2 guys. They're not taking true pass sets. They're going, hey, we got to get on these guys now, get their hands down, and get the ball out. The problem is the protection is not matching up with the route concepts. If you're going to jump guys at the line of scrimmage, and that's what you're being coached to do, that means that you have to have routes that get the ball out quickly.
Yeah.
That's a communication error between an offensive line coach and offensive coordinator, or whatever it is, of not marrying them up. They have to be in unison.
We've made it close to the red zone here. Okay.
We're moving the football a little bit.
In field goal range.
5-man front. Again, there's no. You've got 3 guys on the same side of the field in the route concept, right? It's trips right, but usually you want to have at least one guy go over the middle of the field. Keenan Allen runs a return. You've got DJ Moore running down there. He's blanketed. He's double covered. And then you've got Cole Kmet being covered by a safety. If you have three guys on the one side of the field, you're not spreading the defense out at all.
So how much, as we go through some of this, I feel like when quarterbacks get sacked 9 times, the first thing that fans and media blame is offensive line.
O-line's
terrible,
dog
right?
shit, right?
Yeah.
Like it's the first thing.
And
that
sometimes
goes in
that's
their brains.
true. Sometimes that's true, but it's more complicated than that from what you are.
Yeah. I mean, protection here is not terrible. Go back. Let's count the seconds here. All right, played in real time. Is this real time?
Yep.
All right. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,000, right? So 1,003.5, 1,004, he's getting sacked. In this league, you have 2.5 seconds. Back foot hit, ball gone. Right? The second his back foot hits, and this is what you're coached at, is if your back foot hits at 10, you better step up to 7 and deliver that football. This isn't college. You can't hold on to the football that long. It's just not feasible.
Well, you joined us just in time, Alex Boone, for some disgusting Bears film breakdown here. Hold on. I think you're muted over there, buddy. There we go. You might have to unmute from your own side.
I was on the phone with my
there we go.
internet company asking them why the fuck it's so bad today.
Asking them, why is the Bears offense such a disaster?
Yeah,
listen,
is this
between
Matt
the Bears
Eberflus
offense,
Matt Eberflus
your
running the internet over there.
This thing's a fucking not one of my computers work today. I was fucking livid.
Well, welcome in because your computers are just like the Bears offense.
Listen,
Fire everybody.
If we're gonna talk about this whole game is just rough, and I'm glad you guys are in the middle of this. I'm sad I missed the Steelers one because I wanted to see Russ go off, but I'm glad you got to highlight the 2-man route that ended up being a sack. That was great. The max protect, the one that they're like, hey, if we give up a sack on this, we should all quit. That one. They used to say that shit. I mean, here it is right here. I mean, just running for your life. This was the whole game plan. And this is what happens when you play a very well-coached defense. Like, you can say what you want about the Patriots, but they've been in defensive heaven for years. And when you play this team, you better be on top of your shit. And it looked like they tried to. And they're like, oh, let's go max protect everything. But it just, nothing worked. And you can't just play the whole game like that and go, well, eventually and later in the fourth, it'll work.
Well,
We're
go
getting
back.
beat.
Go
We're getting
back,
beat
Matt.
right off the rip.
So if you look at it, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people who could be allowed in this protection, right? 85, 14, 4, plus the O-lineman.
Mm-hmm.
8. All it takes is one guy to get beat, right? You can max protect all the live long day. If your left guard wants to jump out there on this guy like this,
Not move his feet.
not move your feet, you have 8 guys in the protection still getting beat. If you get beat and it's a 2-man route, you're fucked. There's nothing you can do as a quarterback. Your head's behind you. The second you turn around, what's in front of you? Color.
Running for my life. Here we
running
go.
for my life. Now I'm going to get spun around here, and then now I'm going to lose my right tackle because I fell on his ankle.
Mm.
And then they're all like, all right, get up, Caleb. Come on. Get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the vibes are
bad in Chicago.
The vibes are really rough, man.
We called it.
But you know what? I
yesterday,
just want to say this, too, because we talked about this on the podcast yesterday. This was so predictable, and this follows the last 8 years of Bears history, where they take a lame duck coach that they're not at all sold on. John Fox, boy, rough couple of years. I guess we'll keep him around one more year. Draft Mitch Trubisky, fired after the first year. Okay, Matt Nagy, and then they sour on him after 2 or 3 years. I guess we'll keep you for one more year. We're going to draft Justin Fields. 1 year paired, doesn't work out well because he's a rookie. Like the timing of when they hire and fire coaches does not align with when they bring in first round quarterbacks.
If you knew
Normally,
you had,
go ahead.
if you knew you had the first overall pick, and you were like, we're resetting organizationally with Caleb Williams, wouldn't you want to just full reset right then?
Probably.
Like you probably should have. You probably
You should
just been
always
like,
do it like that. Like
do it
GM,
in-
head coach.
because then
franchise.
everyone's bought in, right? When you draft number 1 overall, you're staking the rest of your career at that organization with that draft pick, right? Ryan Poles knew, I will live in Chicago as long as Caleb Williams does. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, that is just how it works in this league. You are who you draft. That is your resume. Just like a player is who they put on tape, who you draft and who you play as a GM is who you are to the rest of the league. And you can try and scapegoat out, oh, it was the coach, it was this and that and the other thing. But at the end of the day, you were the one that got to make this decision. You should have fired the coach. You should have started fresh. Should have got an offensive head coach to come in and mold your rookie quarterback. That's what should have happened. It didn't, and now we'll see an offensive head coach in year 2 of Caleb Williams, and instead of him developing in a system for a while, he'll have to learn everything new all over again.
Yeah, and you've made the culture is wonky, the chemistry is weird, and you have to fix all that going into the second year too, Booney.
And not only that, but like a Shane Waldron. Like I would get like a Tom Moore, a Norv Turner, somebody that is so smart that they're like, I need something young to dazzle, right? Like that was going to work. Not a defensive coach that's losing his team halfway through the season. And oh, by the way, we had to fire our OC, so now the receivers coach is going to take over. Like that doesn't get any better, guys. I hate to tell you. Like the pass game coordinator, it ain't going to get much better. It sounds like we're going to be passing a lot. We're going to be throwing the ball a lot.
It's tough, man. Thomas Brown was the offensive coordinator for the Panthers, one and done last year.
Oh, I got a lot of hope in that.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Was he? I wonder if that was the one's wife that was like, "Hey, we all got fired. They were already told him he's fired. He's just working here."
They haven't fixed the glitch.
So they've been coming after him all game, right? So now what do? You've got a rookie quarterback. You got him a little rattled, a little bit in his head. What do? Cover 0.
Oh.
Send the house. And this is where offensive coordinators are supposed to make their money. This is where offensive coordinator says, "Hey, Caleb, you see this? Here's your answer." Nope.
Don't think so.
No answers.
But where is
nothing
the
to go.
answer?
That's what I mean. You have to have a route concept where you like when you see this right here and you see all these people coming.
Right now, something flashes across
Cole
the middle.
Kmet needs to turn his head around because he got checked to it. Caleb looked at him and flipped his finger or whatever stupid hand motion they want to do. And he needs to know it's cover 0. But that's on the offensive coordinator not giving Caleb Williams an answer.
Got some
Cole
palms
Kmet
up
should have
here
been,
from
dude. Cole Kmet should have been his answer, and he didn't even realize that he got tackled until he made his break. But at the same time,
You can't run a 12-yard route against cover 0 when you're the tight end.
It's the same question. Like he takes off, he gets off on the snap, right? He hits. He clearly knows that all these guys are coming. He
Turn
should
around.
know right now. He should turn around. That's
Turn
on
around.
him to know. You should turn around right now, or break out, or do something quickly.
And guess where there's holes when it's covered, when it's this many blitz? Guess where there's holes? The middle of the field.
Yeah.
The middle of the field. And there's no one in the middle of the field. Bears fans, if you're still here with us, man, I am sorry. You deserve better.
So much better. Chicago's such a great city too. I fucking love going to Chicago.
It's a great city.
Oh,
Great
I love
food
it.
city. Waterfront.
Eat on the
It's
river.
the third and 6 here, by the way. Just
It could have been 3rd and 1. It doesn't matter. He didn't catch the ball. That's the problem. Nothing's happening. It's like you're poking it with a stick. Like I thought you're supposed to be cool. Do something.
But I mean, go back to the wide and look at the route concepts. Like, is this a one-man route? Are you only throwing this ball to one guy? Where's the middle of the field?
By the way, during
where
this play,
where is someone over the hashes? Right? Like, why is everything these long throws? These are not confidence throws for quarterbacks.
go back real quick, Mackey. And during the game, maybe you can see it better from the back end zone. During the game, they made fun of Cole Kmet, the announcer did, because when he ran this route, he was like, "Son, you're not scaring me. You're not making me think I'm going anywhere." Look, dude, he's blanketed all over Cole Kmet. Number one, the question is, why are you throwing that ball? He's clearly blanketed all over Cole Kmet. You're not going to get the call. It's not going to happen. He's 6'8". Nothing is going to look like he interfered with him. But at the same time, Cole, what are we doing? Just stuttering our feet and kicking out?
Where's your second progression here, though? It's
Everyone's
well,
covered.
they're all covered, clearly.
Because listen, I've been around where we've been struggling on offenses. Receivers get frustrated, and when they get frustrated, they get lazy. They get lazy because they're like, I ain't getting the ball, right? Like, we can't protect. I ain't getting the ball. Why should I run this? Why should I run for the love of the game, right? Like, why am I sprinting this 12-yard as fast as I can post route when I ain't getting the football? So I'm just going to do my thing. And all of a sudden, when it is your time to get the football, you're not open because you weren't running hard, and that's a culture problem.
Here we go, 0.
0 blitz again. Hey, Shane, why don't you have a job? This is why.
Watch the coverage too. I mean, everyone's blanketed like right now. It's over.
But
nowhere to
again,
go.
when it is this type of blitz, you can't have routes that are longer than 8 yards, right? Like 5-yard routes are the answer. Get the ball out of your hands, get it to a playmaker, get a missed tackle, right? Pre-snap motion, it's man coverage. There's 7 up, right? 6 up. Here comes the 7th element.
Got him.
Got him.
There's and this is a kind of a narrow view, but like there are no answers on the screen.
Go
right
back
now.
real quick. Go back real quick. What they should have done is gone to the. Looks like they should have gone to the left.
Caleb should have flipped him over here to the left.
See how
Right.
there's number one. There's too many guys on the left. Like we're sliding this way. I know that they might not be coming, but at the same time, there's him, and then you still have 48 in the backfield or 48 who's off the ball. There's a lot of guys over here, and guess what? There's 2 over here, and I see a guard and a tackle that love switching twists. So let's slide this way. Get the running back to come over here. We'll create this massive wall, and if there is an extra guy, dude, get the ball out or get out of trouble.
So you would essentially say, I'll go to the back view here. So you'd essentially say,
Here's an answer that we always had. You bring Cole Kmet in. You bring him in, right? Pause it right here. Hey, Caleb, you see all these guys up here? There's too many of them. We can't blitz them all. Bring Cole Kmet in. Hey, and we go full slide left protection. Everyone
baby.
protects.
L.
Louis, whatever
so
you want.
everyone slides
protects.
down left.
Everyone
2 hands,
protects
2
2
gaps.
hands, 2 gaps, right? You have 2 gaps. You're protecting both sides. You pick this up. Or at least you don't have a free runner. At minimum, you don't have a free runner. But again, Caleb's got too much on his plate for a rookie quarterback. Now you go empty. All right, spread them out. This is your play, Booney. This is your running. You run sprint out to the left.
I'm okay.
And your
I'm okay.
route combinations are. Oh, no,
okay.
don't go to the back end yet, Mac. We have to show.
You thought I was kidding when I brought this up yesterday.
No, I
was
saw it
so
live.
enraged. I was so enraged.
I
would watch
have
this play.
never, ever in my life, in my 16 years of football or whatever it is I played, one, ran a sprint out to the short side of the field.
Yeah, so they're on the left. They're on the left.
Or the
hash here.
left.
Or
'cause
to the
he's not
left with a
fucking lefty.
right-handed quarterback
I'm not going to talk about why we
away
don't do
from the 3 receiver side.
This is why he got fired. This fucking play right here is why Shane Waldron got fired. Because everybody was looking at this like, wait a minute. Are we fucking serious? Right, dude, the fact that you rolled out to the left with a right-handed quarterback who has not been having a hell of a year blows my fucking mind.
You have
But what
one
blows
answer.
me even
One.
more is the
One
offensive
answer.
lineman going, well, let's see here. If there's 2 guys over here, let's all just go block those 2, and we'll let these 2 chase. Where's my waterfall? Where the fuck is the waterfall, guys? Oh, my God. I'm losing
So
my
what
mind.
Booney says waterfall here, what he's mentioning is the way that you run sprint out protection is the front 3, right? So the center, the left guard, the left tackle, you have to reach your play side gap.
That's
Right?
it.
Reach your play
Wide
side gap.
zone.
The backside 2, the guard and the tackle, you reach your play side gap for 3 steps, and then you hinge back, you open your hips, and you turn your hips back, and you look back, and you pick up the chasers. No, let's not do that. We'll cut those 2 guys free. And first of all, there's one person to throw the football to down here,
Told you.
and he's running a 3-yard route
On like 3rd and 15. I know.
right
I
here.
know.
That's the only right there. There's a 3-yard route. He's the
Hey.
only the guard. Literally, the corner didn't move.
I have a
The
question.
corner stood there and was like, wait, this is happening? Like, they're really doing this? And then the other guy's going to run 30 yards down the field into double coverage.
And to make that throw
Is this supposed
either
to be a
way,
throwback?
he'd have to flip his
To
hips.
who?
Look, Cole Kmet, because look, it looks like Keenan Allen's going to block. It looks like this was supposed to be like a Q9 throwback. Go back
No,
to the
no,
beginning.
no, because watch Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet thinks it's Q8 throwing out right to him. Like, look how fast he
I'm
gets his
trying
head
to
turned
help
around.
Shane, dude. I'm
No,
trying
you
to help
can't.
this.
He's on the couch. You ain't helping nothing.
Yeah, he got
Well, if he's
fired.
listening, this is why you got fired. I mean, dude,
He
I
ain't
know.
listening. He's
When
a
I
bottle.
saw-
He's a bottle deep right now.
When I saw Q9, I was like, wait a minute. We always put it in as Q8 and 9, but that was a joke because nobody ever ran it to the left because no fucking quarterback could throw it.
Look at him.
cleanly.
Oh God.
Oh, God, don't worry about these 2 guys.
This is what's supposed to happen. If you go back last time, well, then we'll get off this play. He's supposed to go to the wide. He's supposed to sprint out to the right and throw it to Cole Kmet immediately. Immediately.
Right now.
out to the
Yes.
right.
He's
Yes.
supposed to go to the
Watch
right.
Cole Kmet. Watch how fast
He's-
Cole gets his head around.
He's
right
wide open.
now.
Boom.
Right? If he's sprinting out to the right, you throw it to Cole Kmet, and this is where these 2 receivers are blocking, and he circles and he gets to the sideline. That's what this play design is. So either Caleb called the play backwards, which I wouldn't put past him.
No,
And
I
that
don't.
might be some of the reason why they're like, hey, we need to get Tyson in here. At least he can read a freaking wristband.
Dude.
Right? So either
Look
he
at him.
called the play backwards or Waldron put the play in, like he called half of it to the right and the other protection to the left. I've seen that happen before, right? Route concept to the right, protection to the left.
Dude.
And now it's just a total foobard situation.
When Caleb realizes that this is a one-man route, you could see he almost like stops and goes, just hit me. Just hit. Like, watch, he looks out there and he's kind of like, all right, wait.
He's like, wait,
a minute.
this isn't right.
Wait,
This isn't
wait.
right.
Oh, God.
I'm going to die.
Just do it.
Just fall
do
down.
it.
So just to be clear, you're saying
Yeah,
either,
we're saying this. Yes.
either the play was incorrectly
Called.
typed on the wristband,
Correct.
or Caleb called the play incorrectly with the wrong verbiage.
What may have happened was they may have been like, "Hey, flip 18."
That's
right?
what I was gonna say.
As he goes into it, because that's how they tell you in the game. They'll just say, "Hey, flip 18." So if it says dot right, you'll go dot left, right? So they probably said, "Hey, flip 21." Which, by the way, who knows why I'd fucking be drawn as Q9? Nobody runs Q9, you moron. But you'd flip it and go like, "Okay, hey, gun dice right, Q8, spider banana, go." Right, but he probably like in his mind was like, "My God, I've been hit fucking 30 times today. I can't take this again." Is that a Q or a P? Shit, you guys know what to do. Let's do it. This is what happens.
But does everyone? So when you're lining up, you're an offensive lineman.
Oh, I would have been like,
Do
this is
these
not right.
do these guys realize that this is wrong
No.
coming out of the
No,
huddle?
because
Have you not watched the
assume-
rest of the game, Mackie? They don't know what's going on. They don't know a goddamn thing. I'm
Like-
telling you right now, there's people pulling their hair out watching this. Like, this is not even football at this point.
Because you have to remember when the play call is called, it's called in three parts, right? It's formation, it's route concept, and it's protection, right? So those, and then snap count, right? So that's really how the play calls, and everyone's listening for just their part, right? Like I would always listen for formation, protection, right? Receivers listen formation, route concept. So everyone's listening for different things in the huddle. The only person that gets the full story is the quarterback.
Yeah.
So if the quarterback jumbles and calls the wrong formation, the wrong protection, but the right pass concept, everything's screwed. Like you
Right. 'Cause
might as well
think about
just
it.
fall down.
There's times where you'd be in there, they'd be like two jet, and then your brain shuts off, and you might hear
Yeah.
scissors or China, and then in your
Matters
mind you'll be
not
like,
to me.
It doesn't. But the only thing that matters is how long do I have to block this guy for, right?
Yeah.
Like, is this a long route? But the minute I hear Q9 or Q8, I'm like, all right, we're balls out now. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I don't listen to the rest of it. That's
This
someone
is
else's
great.
problem.
We should dig deeper into this. We should get Shane on here. Shane, whose fault is this?
Who
Is
do we
this
know?
your fault or his
who do we
fault?
know on the O line that we could get? Maybe we get Doug Kramer Jr. on here and be like, "Hey, how'd you feel? Here's Q8.
Shut the fuck up.
So we are sliding. We're sliding these guys.
We've got
into
the
pocket.
full play call is now put in, right? And now we're going the right way.
Oh, they
Problem
waterfall
is-
back. Look, they're waterfalling. Oh my god.
But the other piece of it is DJ
Too many.
Moore and Keenan Allen. You guys can't hold hands as you release off the line of scrimmage.
no.
Watch the two top receivers.
Or
When
one
they-
goes in, one goes out. Like, you have to have a crossing route somewhere.
Like they have to. When you stand next to each other, you allow one to guard two. Right, so they come through here, and they're just kind of like, am I blocking? Am I running? Like, there's no answer for Caleb Williams to throw the football anywhere.
This may
There's
have been a
four
trick play.
receivers. There's four receivers over there, and there are four DBs covering two receivers.
Jay, you know that play where sometimes we'll run that smoke screen out there, but then we'll call the fake smoke screen and it's a go route. It's like
But
a dancer.
you have to have completed a few folks smoke screens in the game in order to call
Shane
that.
plays at his own game. They're probably like, dude, this is the misdirection to the real play. Shut up. Shut up. This is so, dude. It looks like the receivers don't even care. They're like,
They're not they're not. It's super weird. It's almost like a sabotage. Kind of feels fishy to me.
I've come in for 3 plays and I'm already grossed out. I can't watch.
I
it.
got one more for you. This is a little therapy session here. This is a big third down here.
Just
Big
gonna
fourth
rainbow
down,
throw
big
this
fourth
over
down.
there. I don't need to laser it out there. We've talked about this. This throw from this
Opposite
hash to that sideline, it better be a bullet out of a gun, or else that will happen.
He gets smoked on this too.
Dude, I've told my Pop Warner team kids that if you're gonna throw it from this hash to that sideline, it better be a laser and it better be smoking hot, because everybody's gonna be able to what?
Oh,
Don't tell me that affected the throw. It didn't.
It did. It did.
It did not.
Booney, look at this.
Knock it off. Over here feeling bad for a quarterback.
I'm not feeling bad for him. So just for the record, don't feel bad for anyone involved here. They're all professionals. The fans.
Oh.
I feel bad for the fans.
That's Mahomes. That's 15 yards. It is. Tell me I'm lying. Right? Tell me that the white hat goes, oh, that's 15 in red. I better throw this little yellow handkerchief I have.
Poor white hat's like, man, I haven't called these all day. I'm going to really throw this right now? No chance. No chance.
He's going, you deserve this.
You did this to yourself, kid.
This is your fault.
Oh, that's a microcosm of their season right there.
This is well, maybe it'll be fixed. Maybe it won't. Time will tell.
Their schedule, we kind of touched on this yesterday, but it's like Packers, Vikings, Lions, Niners,
hey, you know what?
Lions.
Listen, who is it? Thomas Brown's coming in. If I was Thomas, I would come in and I'd be like, listen, we've been going about this all wrong. We need to run the ball way more. We need to take as much off this kid's plate as possible. We're not going to bench him. We're not putting in whoever because we don't like this kid. That shit ain't happening. But what we are going to do is give the ball more to Swift. We're going to get DJ Moore involved. We're going to get quick throws to Cole Kmet, Keenan Allen. We're going to let our playmakers make fucking plays. We're not going to stand back in the pocket for 10 seconds with fucking 9 guys in front of you. That serves no purpose. There was a time in the NFL when you'd be like, we need to max protect. But now the answer is spread them out. Force their hand. Listen, if this kid really is the number 1 overall pick, forcing a you number 1, you won't. 2, he's smart enough to know that if you just spread them out and talk to him like, hey, listen, if you spread them out, they're going to show you if they're blitzing, and if they're not blitzing, here are our answers. If they are blitzing, here's our one answer right here. Boom. If he's covered, fucking throw it over him. But here is what we need to do. Like they have made this so complicated, and it is so maddening at the same time because you have so many fucking playmakers.
You can't Anthony Richardson him.
No,
you have to let him develop
Anthony
in
did
real
what
time.
he did to himself. He
You have
bowed
to
out.
let him. You have to let him develop in real time. You have to allow him to take his lumps and go.
It'll be
through
good
it.
for him, dude.
It will be good for him in the end as long as he doesn't die. Right, as long as he doesn't get killed and get hurt. Right,
die.
Die in terms of like, ow, my shoulder, my leg,
yes.
my knee, like, ow. Right. But as long as you feel like, okay, we can give him answers, you have to let him just develop through real time and work it out because he is your future. There is no escaping him for the next 4 years.
Man. So, Bears fans, we're here for you. Little therapy film breakdown. And just buckle up for the rest of your schedule here. But, yeah, hopefully you learned something. Jeremiah Sirles, Alex Boone, over a decade and a half in the trenches. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button and the like button on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel. All right, boys, we'll do some more breakdowns again next week.
Steak and a beer in Chicago soon? Steak and a beer in Chicago?
For what?
For no reason. Just because.
Just because?
Let's just go there.
Sure.
And get a steak and a beer.
Love going to Chicago.
Let's go to Chicago. I'm in.
Let's do it. Yep.
Sign us up.
See you guys.